So I wanted to do my weekly update. I've been having the same frustration that has been limiting my progress for probably the last 3 weeks, which was an issue I kind of have been fuzzing on from the beginning, which was how I was going to create my server so that it was accessible from the remote desktop and I could use Microsoft SQL Server as the GUI to do my database and do the validity and then go on to use the other MATLAB and Power BI in the desktop. But just concentrating on being able to access the data through the remote desktop, I tried outside of getting the free Microsoft Azure, which I was going to do that free trial, but I think I was still running into the same issue with it not being accessible from the remote hard drive. From the remote desktop. I downloaded the MySQL Server onto this, which is my virtual machine that has my Windows Server 22 on it. Even saving my databases in the OneDrive, it still is not, I'm not figuring out how to access them from the remote desktop. So I decided to start creating my databases, and that instead of using Microsoft SQL Server, I'm going to use the MySQL Workbench because that is where I created the server. And I haven't thought farther down the road if I will not be able to use Power BI or and use another application to do the analysis, but just right now, I want to get this part done, and make progress and get this accomplished. So I will no longer be using Microsoft SQL Server. I'm going to use MySQL Workbench. So I have all the data. I've started to do some SQL and run. Here's an example of some just trying to see the data together, and trying to finalize the whole schema. But I was able to get all three tables together, and now I know my primary key is definitely going to be the year, just trying to see what makes the most sense. But that's where I'm on now. I've moved on from trying to use Microsoft SQL Server, but that's where I've just been stuck in all my research. I've just not been able to figure out a way to do that. But MySQL Workbench works pretty well. I've already started, I know the SQL, there's a little bit of differences between MySQL Server and the SQL used in this, but I'm, learning another just another version of SQL would be beneficial too. So that is where I'm at. My goal is to get this completed, finalize the database, test the validity, and also start the statistical analysis this week. And hopefully just try to get all that done to catch up, which I'm not too far behind, but I definitely want to get past this statistical analysis, and so I can get started on the machine learning. And really just because I feel like that's going to be a big bulk of what might set me back. And also, if I have to start back over and just from the database and the schema, so that's really what I'm worried about. But that is my progress report for this week. Thank you.